Welcome back, True Seeker. January 17th, 2018. This is a follow-up video on the death of Dolores O'Riordan, the singer of the Cranberries. In this video, I'm going to show you why she died on the 25th day of winter in light of her debut album with the Cranberries from 1993 coming up on its 25th anniversary. This woman has died at age 46, a span of 46 days from that anniversary, which is March 1st, 2018. If you're new to my channel, we talk about the language of gematria, which is based in letters and numbers and dates on the calendar. If you've ever heard the Police's song, Murder by Numbers, it's about how killing people is as simple as ABC 1, 2, 3. That song came out in the year 83. The word murder equals 83. So does the name Dolores O'Riordan. So anyway, this is going to be a very important video. Please stay tuned until the end where I show the article about how the police said there's nothing suspicious about this woman's death just out of the blue. We hear this a lot with celebrities who die just out of the blue. Police say nothing suspicious. A song, Murder by Numbers, by the band The Police. If you pay attention from start to finish and you're new here, you're going to learn a very valuable skill. I've been doing this since 2013. I've predicted a number of people's deaths in the time I've been doing this, including Prince. And that's because I understand how these people are being killed by a code that now applies to the demise of Dolores O'Riordan. A very repetitive code. A code that if you learn, you will see just how often it repeats itself. And I'm going to make a point of that at the end of this video. So, Dolores O'Riordan died January 15th, 2018. In the form of numerology we're talking about, where numbers bigger than single digits and numbers besides 11 and 22 count, this is a date with numerology of 54. In regular numerology, 54 is 5 plus 4 equals 9. But the 54 matters for this date. The word sun in gematria equals 54. S is the 19th letter, U's the 21st, N's the 14th. Add it together, 54. They tell us the sun is 93 million miles away. This album for the Cranberries, the debut of their band, it came out in 93. Her death is connected to that album. Notice that the gematria of God's Son equals 93. Very special number in the Bible. This entire code is from the Bible. The Christian section of the Bible begins with the 930th chapter. The 930th, 930. The word Christianity in gematria equals 930. Consider her death came on Martin Luther King Jr. Day in the United States. Martin Luther King Jr., a Christian man, a name with gematria of 93 like Malcolm X. These two men were murdered by the numbers, both at age 39, the reflection of 93. 39 books in the Old Testament, unless we're talking about the Catholic Old Testament, which has 46 books. The word Catholic in gematria, 46. JFK killed at age 46. We're going to talk about how significant that number is. That's how old Dolores was when she died. We're getting there. So here's the debut album, March 1st, 93. Everybody else is doing it, so why can't we? The people who control the entertainment industry, it is a network of Masons in high places. They control entertainment, government, money, Masonry, old world, secret society. People in high places are in it. Freemasons speak in this language of letters and numbers. The Masons within the Catholic Church are the Society of Jesus, known as the Jesuit order. Throughout history, they've been known to be killers. She died on January 15th, 15/1. Notice that Jesus Christ equals 151. This is important because, again, Christianity is worshiping the Son of God. There used to be a split in Christianity over, do we worship the sun in the sky or a mortal man sent to earth as the Son of God? It's not coincidental that we use the word sun for sun in the sky and for the male offspring of parents. Jesuit order also equals 54. That's the Society of Jesus. You know, the word sun, 54. It's the Catholics, the Jesuits, who have created the Gregorian calendar, the calendar that we operate by. They've also had a major influence on the English language. English was invented as a spiritual language. Its roots were in Latin, Greek, and Hebrew, which are all alphabets that were based on letters and numbers. These are things most people do not know, but are absolute fact. So with regards to the 93 piece in Jesus Christ, understand that Nazareth equals 93, where Jesus is from. Crucifix, gematria of 93. Consider, the Greeks wrote the New Testament of the Bible, and the Greeks also discovered the distance of the sun. That was in the Hellenistic period, which equals 93. Alexander the Great equals 93. With regards to the crucifix, it's a cross. Cross with Jesus on it. Think about the seasons. The seasons are a cross dividing into 4 sections, like the 4 seasons. T is the 20th letter of the alphabet, and a lowercase t looks just like a cross. T equals 20. I made a mistake here. I got to show you on the gematria calculator. The word time also has gematria of 20. T, 20, 20th letter, time, 20. Seasons equals 20, so does death. And with regards to the seasons, in 20 and cross and T being the 20th letter, seasons has gematria of 97 as well, which is the 25th prime number. 97, the 25th prime. Think about 25 in regards to percentages. 25% is a quarter. There's 4 seasons. Each season is a quarter of the year. So seasons and death, both 97 as well. And Dolores, she died on the 25th day from the solstice, winter solstice. 25th day, just short of the 25-year anniversary of her debut album. Notice death equals 25. So does time. She died in London. Again, this entire study is synced up with the calendar. The calendar is time. She died at age 46, out of the blue. Genesis 46 from the Bible begins with a sacrifice. The Old Testament, which Genesis is, was written in Hebrew originally. In Hebrew, the word murder is 46, the word kill is 46. And we see celebrity death all the time in connection to 46. In the news right now, the death of a young college football player with this connection. Catholic, again, equals 46. Catholic Bible, the Old Testament's 46 chapters. JFK, the lone Catholic president, killed at 46. And understand, these ciphers here, these are the 4 base ciphers based on the alphabetic order, forwards and backwards. JFK was the 35th president, the only Catholic, killed at age 46. And with regards to talking about 54 in the Jesuit order 54, JFK was killed after meeting with the Jesuits 144 days earlier. Dealey Plaza, 54. Notice Jesuit order is also 144. JFK died 144 days after his meeting in connection with the Jesuits in the Catholic Church. They call it the Kennedy curse in that family, 54. JFK, 54. This is a special number. So her death came January 15th, span of 46 days from the 25-year anniversary of the album. That album, March 3rd, 1993. And 3 plus 1 plus 93 is also a date with 97 numerology. 97. Again, this entire code comes from the Bible. The Bible equals 153, like Holy Bible, like Jesuit order. Jesuits, killers throughout history. If you know the Bible, there's the miraculous catch of 153 fish. This is a typo right here. This should say 153, the 17th triangular number, meaning if you had 1 through 17, it equals 153. The word God, 17. The word kill, 17. The word mason, 17. The word holy also has reduction gematria of 24, like the sun, like 24 hours in a day. And again, she died on a date with 54 numerology, connecting to sun. And she died in connection to the release of her album from 93, with the sun being 93 million miles away. And understand, nothing in this world is possible without the sun. Look at this word right here. Love equals 54 forwards and backwards, you know? God's Son, God's love, God's Son makes life possible. You see how this goes? So, with regards to her dying 25 days after the Winter Solstice on January 15th, and in light of the calendar being synced up with this code of letters and numbers, English rolling out in the world around the same time as the Gregorian calendar, killing equals 115 in two of the most important ciphers. Masonic 115, Freemasons 115. With regards to killing, assassin 115. Lucifer, the pursuit of light, the light bearer, the sun, masonry, the pursuit of light, Lucifer 115, English 115. It was on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, a man who was killed and had a holiday in his honor, the King 115. Also interesting, winter has gematria of 73 like sacrifice. 73 is the 21st prime number. In the Catholic Bible, there are 73 total books, 46 Old Testament, 27 New. Normally there's 66 books, but there's 7 extra books in the Catholic Old Testament. 73 is the 21st prime number, Bible 21, Jesuit 21, Saturn 21. 21 is the 6th triangular number. Saturn's the 6th planet from the sun. Saturn, sun, keepers of time to the ancient. Saturn, the most distant planet to the naked eye. Saturn also has gematria of 93, like the distance in miles, millions of miles, sun to earth, 93 million. Are you understanding how this all goes? You know, again, all of these numbers come from the Bible originally. The passages in the Bible, the stories in the Bible, they've all been built into our English alphabet, and they are used as ritual to kill people more often than you think. You know, Dolores O'Riordan's getting a lot more attention than a lot of people who just drop dead and just pass by quickly in the news cycle. You see it in the news, though. These people are getting taken by this code. So, again, Dolores O'Riordan has gematria of 83, like murder. Murder by Numbers came out in 1983. I always emphasize that it's the police saying nothing suspicious in light of this song. And here it is again. The Cranberries singer Dolores O'Riordan's death is not suspicious. You see how they emphasize that? Not suspicious. Please say. Not suspicious in gematria equals 151. 15/1, January 15th. On this same day, Edwin Hawkins, who sang Oh Happy Day, dropped dead at 74. Oh Happy Day, 151. Dead January 15th. See? Same thing. It's all biblical. The crucifying of Jesus, again and again. Again, it seems like all of the people who signed their lives away to be celebrities, they all go out by this code. So if you missed my video on his, check it out. But what I wanted you to see is that he died on January 15th with this same emphasis, them emphasizing, oh, happy day, you know. Also, somebody asked me if this death could be for the Super Bowl. Remember, if the Patriots are in the Super Bowl, Patriots equals 46, so does Tom Brady. Last year, the word 51 equals 46, so does Houston, Texas. Somebody also pointed out that if this really is a ritual sacrifice for the Super Bowl and the Patriots, Consider the film The Departed, which is set in Boston, where the Patriots play by. In that film, there's a well-remembered line about drinking cranberry juice at the bar. What adds to this riddle is the fact that she died 131 days from her own birthday, Dolores. She died 131 days after the birthday. Remember, she died in London, England, which could just be the riddle. Or it could also be that she is another sacrifice for the Super Bowl, which has gematria of 131. And we see celebrities drop dead around the time of the Super Bowl all the time. It's the way it works every year. And the people who control all of Hollywood, all of media, the recording studios, the sports leagues, these are the kind of riddles they do. So yeah, they would kill her because there's a joke. I mean, what's the last famous movie about Boston? Has there been one since The Departed? I don't think so. It's probably the biggest movie about Boston, and I don't know. Is Mystic River about Boston too? Anyway, the point is that Departed film, one of the most memorable films about Boston. And the Cranberry line, probably the most remembered line from the movie. It's the way the psychopaths work. If you doubt this is coincidence, let's go to a more clear example. Former NFL player Joe Tofflemire. His sister called into my show twice and asked me to look into his death. He dropped dead at age 46 on the Jesuit order's birthday, September 27th. And we're talking about how the Jesuits are the killers. He died a span of 83 days from his birthday. Murder 83. He was also a football player 83. I should mention Society of Jesus has gematria of 83. I'd done 2 videos on his death, but what I want you to see is that his death on the Jesuit order's birthday came 131 days before Super Bowl 46. He was dead at 46 on the Jesuit order's birthday, 131 days before Super Bowl 46, won by the team that's acronym is NYG, which equals 46 in the alphabetic order. That was Super Bowl 46, the Giants over the Patriots. And following his death, I want you to see that this man, Joe Tofflemire, was a center. Center has gematria of 97, like death, like seasons. The year after his death, another Seattle Seahawks center dropped dead, Grant Feasel, who wore the number 54. The name Grant Feasel in gematria, 54, just like Jesuit order, wore the number 54 and died on a date with numerology of 54. And there's just so many examples. I'm just talking about ones that have come into my work in the past week. And I wrote about this before the death of Dolores O'Riordan. This was written about January 13th. The woman who lost Joe Tofflemire, she called back to my Wednesday radio show last week and asked me to look into her brother's death. And I said, wow, look at this, you know. The reason she called into my radio show is because she heard me talking about how the Jesuits are killers, how they kill people on their birthday every single year. Somebody out there was listening and said, oh my God, that sounds like the story of my brother. You know? And as I always say, these stories are just going to keep going on till the day there's an input to this. Not suspicious, which we talked about, this emphasized headline. Please say not suspicious. Gematria of 56, like Society of Jesus. 79, also like Society of Jesus. Society of Jesus, 56 and 79. Don't overlook the 187 either, number of homicide. And again, we covered the 151. 151 is also the 36th prime number. 666 is the 36th triangular number. If you add 1 through 36 together, it equals 666. That means the word rock star has gematria 666 as well as in the Sumerian gematria. And also, the 27 club, it extends beyond the age of 27. Dolores died on a date with a life lesson number of 27. January has gematria of 27, like ritual. Sun also has that gematria of 27. Everything's rituals and time. Time is controlled by the sun. Time makes all things possible. The ancients studied what was above. They made religion based on what's above to control the people that are below, essentially. All spiritual texts are based on what's happening above. And stories, made into something happening below. Like the Son of God is now suddenly a man on earth that you have to believe in to be connected to God. Obviously, that story's not true. Just like this one, the same people who gave you your Bibles, as we know them, are the same people who do this. Jesuits, Catholic Church, killers throughout history, crusades. These people start wars by this code. People do all sorts of nasty things by this code. All right, Truth Seeker, until next time.